Hey plant lovers, welcome back to the Garden Center. Today we're diving into the captivating world of rare plants. Have you ever wondered what makes a rare plant rare? Well, we've got all those juicy details lined up for you today. So let's get into it. Before we jump into it, let's clarify what we mean by rare. It doesn't just mean it's exclusive in the wild, but it's also hard to find here on the market. So there are a few key contributing factors that contribute to a plant's rarity, and we're here to spill the potting mix on that. Okay, so there are a few reasons that plants become rare. One of them might be because the plant is just rare in nature and it's hard to find. On the other hand, sometimes demand surpasses supply. This can be due to plants being slow growers or hard to propagate. For example, one mother plant may take a while to produce offsprings, so using the chop and prop method might be hard. However, botanists have been able to come up with a process called tissue culture that helps speed up the process of propagation. This allows plants to be propagated in hundreds in a matter of weeks and helps get more on the market. Another thing that can contribute to a plant's rarity is trend cycles. Currently, things like silver leaves and velvet leaves, white variegation, pink variegation, reds are all super trendy, so their plants are going to be a little bit harder to find and more rare. Before we get into picking your perfect rare plant, it's time to talk about ethics. It's super important to get these plants from a reputable source, like your local garden center. By doing so, you're making sure these plants aren't being poached to extinction, as well as being sourced ethically. Alrighty, on to the fun part, picking your rare plant. Some of these plants are great for beginners, like the philodendron family or the pothos family, while others, like the ficus family and ones with velvety leaves, might be a little more tricky. Remember that sticking to families that you're already familiar with might help you ease into rare plants. For instance, if you like taking care of orchids, try giving an anthurium a try. And here's the golden rule. Don't just buy a rare plant because it's rare. Make sure it aligns with your caretaking abilities and what you're looking for in a houseplant. Alrighty, time to talk care. Once you bring your rare plant home, start them in a medium to bright light. And then after 2 weeks, make sure you do your research to find what light is correct for them. You can always come into the garden center and talk to one of our team members if you're having a hard time finding the correct care guides for your plant. Also remember to let the soil dry out between waterings so that we can avoid the dreaded root rot. Once your plant is big enough, start to propagate. It creates more rare beauties, and it's like an insurance plan in case something happens to one. Well guys, that's a wrap on rare houseplants. We hope that answered any rare questions that you had. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're as plant obsessed as we are, make sure you subscribe below so you don't miss any planty videos. We'll see you next time. Now, before we get into picking, another thing that contributes to a plant's rarity is the trend